Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachati Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gospat Paramahansa Paribhrajagacharya Sattva Sadasya Maul Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai Ramacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Girigavardhan ki jai Vrindavan Dham ki jai Navadvip Dham ki jai गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय स्वामी भक्तविंद की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असंभव ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असंभव ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असंभव थैंक यू वेरी मच lifted the world when it was submerged within the water of Garbhodak ocean. The universe which we are seeing, it is only half. The other half is filled with water. And in that water is Garbhodakshay Vishnu lying. So, one demon, Hiranyakha, he pushed this earthly planet within that water, and Lord Krishna delivered this earthly planet from water in the shape of a boar. So, that auspicious day is today, Varaha Dadashi. This is called Varaha Dadashi. So, on this day, it is better to sing, to glorify the different incarnations of Lord within this universe. The first incarnation is the fish form. So these prayers were offered by Jayadev Goswami, one Vaishnava poet, advented about 700 years before Lord Chaitanya's appearance. He was a great devotee, and his specific poetry, Gita Govinda, is very famous all over the world. Gita Govinda. Gita Govinda is the subject matter of Krishna playing on flute about Radharani. That is the subject matter of Gita Govinda. Though the same poet, Jayadev Goswami, has offered this prayer, Pralaya Padi Jale Dhita Manasi Vedam. He says, my dear Lord, when there was devastation within this universe, everything was filled with water. At that time, you saved the Vedas stacked in a boat, and you held the boat from being drowned in the water in the shape of a big fish. This fish, first of all, was caught in the water pot just like a small fish. Then it enlarged, and the fish was kept in a bigger water reservoir. In this way, the fish was increasing. Then the fish informed that devastation is coming. You just save all the Vedas on a boat, and I shall protect it. So, Jayadev Goswami is offering prayer, my Lord, you saved the Vedas, and there was devastation in the shape of fish. The next is a Kurma avatar. There was churning of the ocean, and one side all the demigods, and one side all the demons. And the churning rod was a great hill called Mandar Parvat. And the resting place was on the back of the Lord, and appeared as a tortoise. And so, he is offering his prayer that you appeared as a tortoise just to become the resting place, and this happened because you were feeling some itching sensation on your back, so you accepted this big rod, Mandar hill, to each as eating instrument. Then the next incarnation is this Varaha, boar or hawk. He delivered this earthly planet by the tusk, and he kept the whole world on his tusk. We can just imagine how big he appeared. And the world at that time appeared just like the moon disk with some marks on it. So, Kesava Dhita Varaha Sarira. he says, "My dear Lord, you have appeared as a great boar, so let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you." The fourth incarnation is Nishingadev. Nishingadev appeared to save Prahlad Maharaj, who was 5 years old boy, and he was being tortured by his atheistic father. And so he appeared from the pillar of the palace as a half man, half lion, because this Hiranyakasipu took benediction from Brahma that he will not be killed by any man or any animal. So the Lord appeared neither man nor animal. This is the difference between the Lord's intelligence and our intelligence. We are thinking that we can cheat the Lord by our intelligence, but the Lord is more intelligent than us. This Hiranyakasipu wanted to cheat Brahma by indirect definition. First of all, he wanted to become immortal. Brahma said that is not possible, because even I am not immortal, nobody in this material world is immortal. That is not possible. So Hiranyakasipu, the demons are very intelligent. He thought that roundabout way I shall become immortal. He prayed to Brahma that please give me the benediction that I shall not be killed by any man or any animal. Brahma said, yes, that is all right. I shall not be killed in the sky, on the water or on land. Brahma said, all right. I shall not be killed by any man-made weapons. That's all right. In this way, he utilized his intelligence in so many ways just to come to the conclusion of being immortal. But the Lord is so cunning that he kept intact all the benediction given by Brahma, still he was killed. He said that I will not be killed either during daytime or night. Brahma said yes. So he was killed just in the evening, just in the junction of day and night. You cannot say it is day or night. He took the benediction that I shall not be killed in the sky, on the water, on the land. So he was killed on his lap. He took the benediction that I shall not be killed by any man-made or any God-made weapon. That was given, all right. So he was killed by the nails. In this way, all the benediction were kept intact, still he was killed. Similarly, we may make plan, we may make a very advancement in scientific knowledge, but the killing process of nature will be there. Nobody can escape. By our intelligence, we cannot escape the four principles of material existence, means birth, death, old age and disease. We can manufacture many medicines, many weapons, many means, many methods, but you cannot escape these four principles of material existence, however great you may be. And that was proved by Hiranyakasipu. Hiranyakasipu was one of the stalwart materialistic, and he wanted to live forever, enjoy, but he also could not live. Everything was finished. Then next incarnation is Bhavan, the dwarf. Lord Vaman appeared before Bali Maharaj, that was also another cheating. Bali Maharaj conquered all the universal planets, and the demigods were too much disturbed. So Vaman then went to Bali Maharaj that you give me some alms. I am Brahmin, I have come to beg from you. So Bali Maharaj said, yes, I will give you. So he wanted 3 feet land only. So by 1 feet the whole universe was covered, upside. And another feet the other half was covered. Then the 3rd feet, Bali Maharaj said, yes, now there is no place, please keep your feet on my head. Still my head is there. So Vaman was very much pleased by the sacrifice of Bali Maharaj. He gave up everything for the Lord. So he is one of the great authorities. Out of the 12 authorities, Bali Maharaj is one of the authorities because he sacrificed everything to satisfy the Lord. Next is Parasuram. Parasuram, 21 times he made a massacre, propaganda for killing all the Kshatriya kings. The Kshatriya kings were very much dishonest at that time, so he killed them for 21 times. They fled from here and there, and from the history of Mahabharata it is understood at that time some of the Kshatriyas fled and took shelter in the European side, and the Indo-European stock is from those Kshatriyas. That is historical information from Mahabharata. And then next incarnation is Lord Rama. So he fought with Ravan, who had 10 heads. And the next incarnation is Balaram. Balaram is the elder brother of Krishna. He is incarnation of Sankarshan, next expansion of Krishna. So he was very white in complexion, and he was wearing blue garments, and with his plough he was angry with Jamuna river, and he tried to dry up the Jamuna river. That description is given here. And Jamuna, out of his fear, he agreed to the proposal of Balaram. And the next incarnation is Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha, he decried the Vedic principles. Therefore, he is calculated as atheist. Anyone who does not agree with the Vedic principles is considered as atheist. Just like one who does not believe in the Bible, they are called heathens. Similarly, those who do not accept the Vedic principles, they are called atheist. So, Lord Buddha, although incarnation of Krishna, he said that I do not believe in Vedas. What was the reason? The reason was to save the poor animals. At that time, people were sacrificing the poor animals under the plea of Vedic sacrifice. So, demonic persons, they want to do something under the protection of authority. Just like a big lawyer takes the protection of the law book and he makes the law unlawful. Similarly, the demons are so intelligent that they take advantage of scriptural injunctions and do all nonsense. So these things were going on. In the name of Vedic sacrifice, they were killing animals like anything. So, Lord became very much compassionate with these poor animals, and he appeared as Lord Buddha, and his philosophy was non-violence. His philosophy was atheist because he said that there is no God. This combination of matter is a manifestation, and you dismantle the material elements, there will be void, and there will be no sense of pleasure and pain. That is the Nibbana, ultimate goal of life. That was his philosophy. But actually, his mission was to stop animal killing, to stop the man from so much sinful activities. So Lord Buddha is also prayed here with. So people will be surprised that Lord Buddha is designated as atheist, and still the Vaishnava, they are offering their respectful prayers to Lord Vishnu. Why? Because the Vaishnava knows how the God is acting for his different purposes. Others they do not know. The next avatar, incarnation, is Kalki, and that is yet to take place. Kalki avatar will appear at the end of this age, Kali Yuga. The age of Kali Yuga, duration of this age is still to be fulfilled, and 400,000 of years. So, at the end of Kali, that means at the last stage, after about 400,000 of years, the incarnation of Kali will appear. That is predicted in the Vedic literature, as Lord Buddha's appearance was also predicted in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam was compiled 5,000 years ago, and Lord Buddha appeared about 2,500 years ago. Therefore, about Lord Buddha's appearance, it is predicted that at the beginning of Kali Yuga, Lord Buddha will appear. There was prediction, and that has actually come to be true. Similarly, there is prediction about Kalki avatar, and that will also come to be true. So at that time, Lord Kalki's business will be to simply to kill, no instruction. Just like Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna gave instruction in the shape of Bhagavad Gita. But at the end of Kali Yuga, people will be so much degraded that there is no more possibility to give any instruction. They will not be able to understand it. At that time, the only weapon will be to kill them. And one who is killed by the Lord, he also gets salvation. That is God's all-merciful quality. Either he protects or he kills, the result is the same. So, that will be the last stage of this Kali Yuga, and after that, again, Satya Yuga, the age of religiosity will begin. These are the statements of Vedic literature.
Hare Krishna. So today we are celebrating the advent of Lord Varaha. As Srila Prabhupada has given in his lecture, the description of the various avatars of the Lord, according to the description given by Jayadev Goswami, Das Avatar Stotra. So first of all, there was Matsya, then Kurma, then Varaha, the third incarnation. Number 4 afterwards was Narasimha. So as mentioned by Srila Prabhupada and described in the Dasavatar Stotra, the Lord Varaha came to save the Vedas from being drawn in the water of devastation. He kept the Vedas in a boat, and he was taking the boat to a safe place. I heard also that some people say that the place where the Vedas were saved is in the Ural mountain situated in Russia. That's a high mountain. So there Lord Varaha kept the boat in a safe place with the Vedas. The Vedas actually are the same throughout the history of the world. From yuga to yuga, the same Vedas are being repeated, word by word, syllable by syllable, sound by sound, the same sound. There is no modification of the Vedas. That is called Shruti. The Shrutis are like that. They are not modified at any time in the history. They are being repeated again and again. Exactly as in the beginning. Actually, there is no beginning for the Vedas. It is eternal literature. Whereas the Smritis are modified from time to time according to circumstances. The Smritis may change, but not the Shrutis, not the Vedas, original Vedas. So this is the word of God. It is said that in the Bible it is said, at the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. So that indicates also that Vedas is not different from Krishna. Just at the beginning, Krishna is there. Similarly, Veda is also there. There is no difference between Krishna and the word Vedas. So then that is a Matsya avatar. Then coming to Varaha avatar. Varaha avatar was incarnation in order to save the planet Earth from being drawn completely and coming down completely at the bottom of the universe. As mentioned by Srila Prabhupada, the universe is half filled with water. That water is the Garbho Udak. And Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, the creator of this universe, is lying on this Garbhodaksh. So the Earth planet had been deviated from its orbit by a great demon called Hiranyaksha. He was the first incarnation of Jai Vijay. They had been cursed to take 3 births in this material world after having offended the 4 Kumaras. So Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, this is Jai Vijay from the spiritual world. So they are great demons. They show their demoniac tendency in order to play with the Supreme Lord. Because in the spiritual world, Lord Vishnu cannot exhibit his fighting propensity. He likes to fight, but there is no enemy in the spiritual world, nobody is there to fight against. So Lord Vishnu, actually, he was quite satisfied with this outcome, with this curse. And he took opportunity to fight against great demons, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakasipu, and Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and then Sisupal, Dantabakra. These were the three successive incarnations of Jai Vijay. Ultimately, they were delivered. So, Hiranyaksha, he disturbed the planet Earth, which is naturally rotating according to its defined orbit given by the Supreme Lord. All the planets in the universe, they act according to the will of the Lord. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna, Gamavishya, Srila Prabhupada was asking his scientist disciples, what is this gravity? You are telling law of gravity. How do you define the law of gravity? But Srila Prabhupada said that gravity is the Lord's power to sustain all the planets in their own orbits without any deviation. Just like the sun is rotating, and then we have, for that reason, succession of day, night, and so on. Similarly, all the other planets are rotating according to their own orbit, as fixed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They don't deviate. They don't go against, because they are great devotees of the Lord, so they don't go against the will of the Lord. And the Lord is keeping them in a proper orbit. So the Earth planet was properly kept in its orbit, but when Hiranyaksha came, he disturbed the whole universe and displaced the Earth planet and threw the Earth planet at the bottom of the universe. So that was great calamity. Here we see how the Bhumi Devi and Lord Varaha and Hiranyaksha being killed by Lord Varaha. So Lord Varaha is a boar. Generally, boar is considered to be a very low animal. But Lord Vishnu, when he is a boar, he is not a low animal. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, most exalted master of the entire world. And he came as a boar, hog. And after delivering the planet, after keeping again the planet in its proper orbit, killing Hiranyaksha, Lord Varaha, he again went back to the spiritual world. On the way, he passed through the heavenly planets, and all the demigods were waiting for his appearance so that he goes safely to the spiritual world. And when Lord Varaha came to heaven in this manner, he was shaking his body. His body was full of this water from the Garbodak. And generally, when we see a hog in the drainage, if the hog is shaking his body and throwing some water outside, we are very careful to avoid it. Chichi. Then we have to take baths immediately. But the demigods, they took it as a very great blessing when they received these drops of water when Lord Varaha shook his body before entering the spiritual world. So this is the glory of Lord Varaha worshipped today in this Vara Mahadwadasi. Like this, many other incarnations, just like waves of the ocean. As many waves are there in the ocean, In this way, as many incarnations of the Lord are there, uncountable. It is not possible to estimate. So what Jayadev Goswami has given us is only a summary of the most important of them. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam has listed 24 incarnations. And ete chansa kala pumsa krishnastu bhagavan swayam indrari vyagulam lokam mudayanti yuge yuge. That is a statement of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Krishna is not listed as an incarnation. Even Jayadev Goswami also, he has not listed Lord Krishna as an incarnation. Because Lord Krishna is the avatari. He is the source of all incarnation. He is not avatar. He is avatari. Therefore, he is not counted as one of the avatars. Even though some, among even Vaishnavas, they count Lord Krishna as avatar and Lord Vishnu as being the source of all the incarnations. But Srimad Bhagavatam says, ete chansa kalapumsa krishnastu bhagavan swayam. All these listed, 24 earlier incarnations listed, are either Amsa or Kala of Lord Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Lord Krishna is not Amsa, he is not Kala of Lord Vishnu. He is the Bhagavan Swayam. That is the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very important. So, in this way we can appreciate Hare Krishna. Pardon? Song? Yeah, you give me the text. Oh, then it is there. Okay. Yeah. Pralaya payodhi jale dhritavana vedam vihita vahita charitam akedam. Kesavadhrita mina sarira jaya jagadisa hare jaya jagadisa hare jaya jagadisa hare. Chitiriha vipulatare tishtati tava prishte dharani dharana kina chakrat garishte. Kesavadhrita kurma sarira jaya jagadisa hare jaya jagadisa hare jaya jagadisa hare. Vasati dasana sikhare dharani tabalagna Sasini kalanka kaleva nimagna Kesavadrita Sukararupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Nakamadbhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranya Kasipu Tanubringam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Chalayasi Vikramane Balimadbhuta Vamana Padanaka Nirajanita Jana Pavana Kesavadrita Vamana Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Chateya Rudhiramaye Jagapatagani Papam Snapaya Sipaya Samita Bhavatapam Tabakatapam Kesavadrita Bhrigupati Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Vitara Siddhik Shurane Dikpati Kamaniyam Dasamukhamoli Balim Ramaniyam Kesavadre Kesavadrita Rama Sarira Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Vahasiva Pushivisa Devasama Jadabam Halahati Vita Milita Jamunabam Kesavadrita Haradhara Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Nindasi yagya videraha suti jatam sada hridaya dasita pasugatam Kesavadrita buddha sarira Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Mlecha nivaha nidhane kalayasi karavalam Dhumaketu mivakim apikaralam Dhumaketu mivakim apikaralam Kesavadrita kalki sarira Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Sri Jaya Deva Kaveri Damudita Mudaram Srinu Sukadam Subadam Bhavasaram Kesavadrita Dasavidarupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Vedanuddharate jaganti vahate bhugolam udbhibrate daityam darayate balim chalayate chatrakshayam kurvate paulastyam jayate haram kalayate karunyam antanvate mlechan murchayate dasakriti krite krishna yatubhyam namaha. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a fish, all glories to you. You easily acted as a boat in the form of a gigantic fish, just to give protection to the Vedas, which had become immersed in the turbulent sea of devastation. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a tortoise, all glories to you. In this incarnation as a divine tortoise, the great Mandala mountain rests upon your gigantic back as a pivot for churning the ocean of milk. From holding up the huge mountain, a large scar-like depression is put in your back, which has become most glorious. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a boar, all glories to you. The earth which had become immersed in the Garbhodak ocean at the bottom of the universe sits fixed upon the tip of your tusk like a spot upon the moon. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of half man, half lion, all glories to you. Just as one can easily crush a wasp between one's fingernails, so in the same way, the body of the wasp-like demon Hiranyakashipu has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, all glories to you. O wonderful dwarf, by your massive steps you deceive King Bali, and by the Ganges water that has emanated from the nails of your lotus feet, you deliver all living beings within this world. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Bhrikupati Parasurama, all glories to you. At Kurukshetra, you bathe the earth in the rivers of blood from the bodies of the demoniac Kshatriyas that you have slain. The sins of the world are washed away by you, and because of you, people are relieved from the blazing fire of material existence. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Ramachandra, all glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroy the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his heads as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions, headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were much harassed by this monster. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Balaram, the wielder of the plow, all glories to you. On your brilliant white body, you wear garments the color of a fresh blue rain cloud. These garments are colored like the beautiful dark hue of the river Yamuna, who feels great fear due to the striking of your plowshare. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Buddha, all glories to you. O Buddha of compassionate heart, you decry the slaughtering of poor animals performed according to the rules of Vedic sacrifice. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Kalki, all glories to you. You appear like a comet and carry a terrifying sword for bringing about the annihilation of the wicked barbarian men at the end of the Kali Yuga. O Kesava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed these 10 different forms of incarnation, all glories to you. O readers, please hear this hymn of the poet Jayadev, which is most excellent, an awarder of happiness, a bestower of auspiciousness, and is the best thing in this dark world. O Lord Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you, who appear in the forms of these 10 incarnations. In the form of Matsya, you rescue the Vedas, and as Kurma, you bear the Mandala mountain on your back. As Varaha, you leave the earth with your tusk, and in the form of Narasimha, you tear upon the chest of the Daitya Hiranyakashipu. In the form of Vamana, you trick the Daitya king Bali by asking him for only 3 steps of land, and then you take away the whole universe from him by expanding your steps. As Parasuram, you slay all of the wicked Kshatriyas, and as Ramachandra, you conquer the Rakshasa king Ravana. In the form of Balaram, you carry a plow with which you subdue the wicked and drove towards you the river Yamuna. As Lord Buddha, You show compassion towards all the living beings suffering in this world. And at the end of the Kali Yuga, you appear as Kalki to bewilder the mlechas, degraded low-class men. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Sri Varaha Dwadasa Avirbhav Titi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Huh?